Hey everybody, I'm Michael Brass. I'm the composer on Firefall, and this is Boone Sim, who's the sound designer.
And we are here to talk to you about the sound and music of Firefall.
Cool.
That was very official.
A little more casual.
It's like a voiceover. Firefall.
When I design a sound, I think the most important thing is that I have to be responsive to design, and art, and also the game mechanics. So, I take all those three factors into consideration when I'm trying to put together a new sound. It really has to, not only does the sound have to sound cool, but it also has to really serve the game and inform the player about what's happening in the world. A lot of times when I'm recording sounds, I'm trying to think about how this is going to sound if I pitch it down by 2 octaves, or how it's going to sound if I process it by EQing out a lot of the highs or EQing out a lot of the lows. So yeah, I'm hardly ever recording just for the sound itself. I'm recording for what kind of elements it can give me. One of my favorite sounds is the sound you get when you pick up a backpack upgrade. I really like that sound.
Bumper capacity at 25%.
Plasma cannon's hard to describe. I mean, I think we have 9. I've worked on at least 9 versions of it, so we're on the 9th version. We set up a Foley session to record sounds for the game. We refer to it as the fruit and vegetable session. Foley is when you're just recording like real world sounds, like footsteps, glass breaking, punching things. It's really important in the feature films and TV. Foley plays a huge part, and it plays a significant role too in video games.
So we went out and we bought a whole huge vat of vegetables, but we spent about a day recording, just basically smashing it up and twisting it in our hands and making all kinds of noise with that.
Those particular sounds are good for when people get shot, or when people die, or when you squish bugs. When arms break.
Bones breaking, here we go. The one that I was surprised by was the green pepper. I could have done that all day because it just sounded like skulls cracking. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it really sounded epic. Like someone's head was just popping open.
Oh, do we have another hammer? I think everything is driven by the concept of the game and where the game is going. Yeah, so when I start working on a project like Firefall, the primary thing I look at is the game itself and what the game requires. In this case, it's sci-fi, it has a futuristic setting, there's a lot of action, a lot of excitement, it's an epic world. I let the game basically influence the direction of the music. We decided to use live orchestra for the project, and we spent a lot of time on preparing for that, which means, not only am I creating the music, but I'm actually preparing it so the orchestra, so all the musicians can actually read the music and we can record it. We also work with a studio, a remote studio, so we were actually working in multiple locations. So I and the copyist and the recordist were in Los Angeles, and the orchestra was in Prague. The great thing about using live musicians is it brings an energy to the sound that is pretty hard to capture without it. If I'm working on it a lot of hours, I'll sometimes dream about it. Yeah, definitely.
I don't dream.
Is that a characteristic of a psychopath?
I have my own office. thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed hearing about the sound and music for Firefall. Remember to sign up for the beta and send us any questions that you might have. I'll get the intern to answer them for you. And peace.